clock. We are not at quorum, so anyone who is watching, I don't know if HCAM, is HCAM live? Okay, so if you are watching, we would love to have you come down. This is not going to be a long meeting, and we need you to make quorum. Okay, so we are in the mid-80s. We need 45 more people. Please come to town meeting. Call your friends and come to town meeting.
Then in a few weeks, when something happens they don't like, talk to my hands.
Connor. How we doing?
It was great. And then I asked about it when it all faded away, and they said it was just too hard to keep going.
Thank you, everybody.
Something going.
Please keep coming down. We're checking on the numbers now.
Now, who helped me in? Crazy little motion. You know what? Thank you, by the way. Yes, yes, thank you. Yes, and I do the same, listen, I do the same thing. If somebody needs help with the process, I don't have to agree with them. Yep. Yep. Okay. Yep. I said to Mike, yes. Yeah.
We are at 106, so we need 22 more people. If everybody calls 1/4 of a friend, we'll get there.
Well, nobody wants to enter into a complete everybody, look, if the whole town is I guess maybe you think about growing the ship out. No, I ain't saying it.
With a hat, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air hat. He makes very succinct points.
Yeah.
He's a very intelligent person. Were you on when we offered him the veterans thing to go on the planning board? And I'm like, look, if you're born in there's an opening on the veteran celebration committee. No, I don't want to do that. Come on, James.
All right. My daughter actually came. Are we close?
Oh, yeah.
We must be. 18.
Okay.
I can expose my fake mustache.
Okay, I was going to do a thank you thing. I'm not doing it. Yeah, to call people.
Hey. Have you never been to town meeting? So I have to just sit until it comes time to vote. Very often you just sit in place and say aye, or nay. Yeah, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Okay, we need 19 more people. Julie, am I right? 19? 17. 17 more people.
Right, everyone's talking.
You know, actually, I like this idea. What if we could play picture in picture with the sport? That would be so funny. Yeah. At least picture in picture.
I know people have thought about
I understand we're looking for 14 people now.
On town property. That's how I did mine.
I think I've seen 4 or 5 more people come in, so we're probably close to 10. We need 10 more people. Julie, am I right? 10? 9. We need 9 more people. Single digits. Yeah, that's right. And the police are going to stand outside. two people.
I have to go home and work. I know. It is. It really is. I know. I'm looking, so I will tell you the truth. I am trying to get promoted, and I have made that clear, and I'm being evaluated, and I'm right now working for like one of the biggest VPs on this project. And I have to go home and tell you. The bigger picture.
He lives in Lexington, I live in Belmont. Wow, the whole firm, 11.
It has been crazy. You're right. Juliana will say, you live in Milky Way.
Yes. Yes. Pretty much, that's pretty much all we do.
Yep. That's right. So I just had a good talk with Steve. Yep. I wouldn't be surprised, right? Oh my God. CCBHC. I got pulled onto a team. So, wait, I did not volunteer for this. Megan Schilke put out a call. Right? And she said, I really need somebody, really interesting thing, yada, 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 mobile crisis. It was not a procurement. So I put my hand up. I said, I got a little extra time. I'd love to work, right? And then she said, what we really need. I'm like, oh my God. And so how do you say, people are burning out. I agree with you. I did. I was like, look at her go. And by the way, oh good. Well, it was a little rough when you weren't there. We tried. Yeah. Really? Yeah. I kind of like it, but I don't know if that's true. But and Craig is interesting. I don't really have a handle on him, but I like him. I do too. Ellen can't see where he works. She's a lot, and I love her a lot. I mean, she's brilliant, but man, she's a lot. Three more people. I get Juliana back here for like four more minutes. If they get Randy Kane, Juliana Kane. I know. Should we just yield the flow? All right,
That's right.
let's put it out. Let's put it out, everybody. Yeah, I know. I want to stand back there and say, please, please. All right, we have to get this thing done. All right, here we go. Put it out on Facebook. We'll see if it will help.
Oh,
We're all the same.
my
You guys get paid.
So you guys will take this.
Yeah, we do. Well, run for select board. You can have a cushion under your fanny.
Let's take your seats.
Woo!
Okay, let's take your seats.
We need this. Yeah, thank you.
Calling the meeting to order Wednesday night, May 4th, Hopkinton, Massachusetts 2022 town meeting.
Ellen. I'm not going to do it.
We are starting with Article 46.
So, Ellen, do you want me to go ahead?
Yes, please.
Okay. Article 46, to accept Mass General Law, Chapter 40U, sponsored by the Fire Chief. The Select Board moves the article as written in the motions document. And I believe the Fire Chief has a presentation.
Excuse me, we have something, Article 45, to finish up first.
Just a second. Ray?
No, you
She said that she had Article 45 that she wanted to open up again. Okay, you have to wait until we're done with 46.
No, I can't do it, otherwise mine won't count. It's a reconsideration. I can't do it after 46.
That is the order of the meeting tonight, based on the timing. So we will re-entertain. Yep. Sorry. Just a sec.
Since we've moved on to Article 46, we now have a motion pending, but you can still do it after this article. It doesn't prohibit you from moving afterwards.
Okay. Is there a presentation?
Good evening. My name is Bill Miller. I'm the fire chief here in the town of Hopkinton. I do not have an exact presentation for you tonight, but I can provide just a quick overview. What we're looking for with this law currently right now, if we have a business or a case where there's a violation, we're not able to fine or hand out any fines for monetary value. So what we're looking to do is to put something in place by adopting this law. This will allow us to do that, and we'll work with the clerk's office on getting a person into this role and position. It's common practice with other departments and other communities that we've looked into.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, seeing that there are no questions, we need a simple majority. Let's take a voice vote. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? Article 46 passes unanimously. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes?
All right. I hope that the town meeting members that are here tonight will give me the kindness of letting me correctly have a vote now that we have a quorum. So please just help me make 3 motions and then it will be done. This is to do with Article 45. We did not have a quorum last night when we didn't vote for it. So I have to, first of all, make a motion that we get 2/3 of those here to vote to suspend bylaw number 47-9 so that we can take this vote over. Please give me the kindness to vote yes for me. Thank you.
Okay, so I just want to make sure people are clear on what's being asked. And to do that, I'm going to ask our counsel to explain what's happening now.
So Ann spoke to us earlier today, and she wants to reconsider the article that she just spoke to. The issue is that the town has a bylaw that typically prevents reconsideration once we've adjourned one day and moved to the next day. But the bylaw does provide that we can suspend its operation if we get a 2/3 vote of town meeting. So for town meeting to reconsider that article, we need to do 2 things. We have to have 2 votes. First, we need to vote to suspend the bylaws operation as to that motion, which requires a 2/3 vote under the bylaw, at which point we can then consider the motion for reconsideration, which is a simple majority. And assuming we clear both of those hurdles, we'd then be reconsidering the article. If that's not clear, please ask any questions.
So the first thing we'd be doing is, oh, sorry. Yeah, someone needs to second Ann's motion. Okay, so this first discussion is whether we will suspend the bylaws. Does anybody have any questions, or would anybody like to make any comments about that first motion? And if you wouldn't mind stepping aside, there's a number of folks coming to the mic. Hi, Dan.
Dan Terry, 9 John Matthew Road. I'm opposed to this motion. We spent what felt like 45 minutes last night talking about this. The vote on the topic, I believe, was, I believe 25% of the people in the room that chose to vote were in favor of it. It needed to be at 67%. It wasn't even close. And I feel as though part of the reason why we have a hard time getting a quorum, part of the reason why we're here for 3 nights, is because we spend a heck of a lot of time on things that a small group is interested in, and I'd be, so I'm opposed to revisiting this issue.
Thank you. Hi, could you introduce yourself and say your street address,
Sure.
please?
Matthew Vronka, 6 Blackthorn Circle. I just have a question for clarification. If we suspend the bylaw, does that for just this one article, or is it for any previous article that we've already considered?
The bylaw doesn't say, but I'd say just for this article. If someone wanted to make it for another one, they could.
Thank you.
Brendan.
Brendan Tedstone, Pleasant Street. My question is on the quorum, the question on the quorum. I know that we counted the quorum after the article was done. I know there were people that did not vote either way. Is there any way to quantify Ms. Karnowski's accusation that we didn't have a quorum at the time of the vote? Because after that vote, there's a chance that some people left. There were some people that didn't vote. So I question her accuracy to say that we didn't have a quorum at the time of the vote.
Let me ask council. I mean, when we added the yays and the nays, they didn't equal the required quorum, but as you said, we did not count people who didn't vote.
Right, and nor were people monitored as they left after the vote.
Correct.
So I guess I question the merit of the article. I mean, the merit of the issue, that there's no way to truly quantify if we did or did not accurately have a quorum at the time of the vote.
Thank you. Mary?
Mary Arnott, 51 Teresa Road. As our moderator had pointed out to us earlier in the start of the town meeting, we're all neighbors after this, and I know it's a lot to ask, but I stand in support of Anne to just quickly move through the process to allow a vote on the article again, and then we can move along. But articles should be voted with a quorum. It's highly suspect that there wasn't a quorum when this article came up last night. So next time it might be your article that's really important to you. Take a moment, allow this process to move on, and then we can all go home as friendly neighbors again. Thank you.
Thank you. Does anyone else have any discussion or questions before we vote on? Ted.
Ted Barker, Hook, 75 Grove Street. I have a question for the moderator. Could we say ahead of time that discussion is already closed on Article 45 so that we just can have 3 rapid votes? Is that permissible?
I don't know.
No.
No. So what we need to do is vote first to suspend the bylaw. That would require 2/3 of a vote. Once we've done that vote, we can talk about the next steps. It makes sense to divide this discussion up, I think, instead of making any assumptions. Okay. Hi.
Hi, James Geschweiler, 18 Morse Lane. And suspending bylaws is a really big deal, folks.
Hold on, if you don't mind getting closer to the mic, I think people might not hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, there we go, that's better. James Geschweiler, 18 Morse Lane. Suspending bylaws is a really big deal. The rules and procedures are written because the society or the group or this town made a decision about what issues rise to the occasion for consideration. An issue that was brought without the town's consent and opposed to it and died in committee yesterday is a big deal. So just think about overriding bylaws literally changes the rule of the meeting. Consider it carefully.
Thank you. Matt.
Oh, neither one of these looks good. Matt Kisner, 21 Curtis Road. So I believe the final vote, and please correct me if I'm wrong, was 26 to, I want to say 78. I think we had like 187. Point being, it was supposed to be a 2/3 majority. I believe town meeting began last night with a quorum of about 130 people. If literally every person who was present at town meeting yesterday had voted affirmatively for this motion, it still would have failed. I understand the frustration and disappointment about not having the quorum, but objectively it didn't matter based on what the numbers of people here were last night and how the vote was done. I can hear the pain, I appreciate the pain and the passion, but you're also trying to undo the will of the people who attended last night.
Thank you. Hi.
Stuart Floyd, 8 Frost Plain.
Could you pull the mic to you?
Stuart Floyd, 8 Frost Plain Lane. Make a motion that we call the question.
Okay, so, everyone in favor of calling the question, which means no more discussion, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? Okay, we're moving to a vote. So I just want to make sure everybody is clear on what we are voting on. We need 2/3 of a vote to suspend the bylaw. So if you say aye, you are voting to suspend the bylaw for Article 45. I'm going to start with a voice vote. All those in favor of suspending the bylaw, please say aye. All those against suspending the bylaw, please say nay. Nay. That is a clear vote against this bylaw change. So we will move to Article 47. This is, I think, this is your article, Connor.
Good evening, folks. This is just a kind of a housekeeping piece where we noticed there was a general law that we have not accepted. This one would actually just make it so that public offices may remain closed on Saturdays. It was just something we kind of noticed while we were skimming through the general laws, because that's how we spend our fun time at Town Hall. And then, so we're just hoping to get this kind of in there on the books. Thank you.
Does anybody have any questions about being open on Saturday?
Mike Shepard, 11 Hill Street. This seems really stupid. If they want to open them on Saturday, they can open them on Saturday. If not, they don't have to. I don't understand why you have to have a friggin' law that says all town offices will be closed on Saturday. It's just dumb. We got enough laws. You just add to it. This is silly. Thank you. Just my 2 cents.
How do you really feel, Mark?
Ray? Go ahead.
Just as a point of clarification, without this accepting this statute, we are not authorized to close on Saturdays. This merely authorizes the town to close on Saturdays. So we've been closing on Saturdays for a very long time. I get that. And now we'd like to have the statutory authorization to do that. It doesn't require the building to be closed. It merely authorizes it to be closed.
Also, point of clarification, we actually need a second for Connor's motion.
Second.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? Okay, so this requires a simple majority. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? That was a clear majority, so Article 47 passes. Article 48, the Commission on Disability.
We move the motion as printed in the warrant and motions document.
Okay. Amy. Sorry, Muriel.
No worries. Pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 40, Section 8J, the town seeks to establish a commission on disability by vote of town meeting to accept Mass General Law 40, Section 8J. The commission shall consist of 7 members appointed by the town manager, subject to the approval of the select board. 4 members shall consist of people with disabilities. 1 member shall be a member of an immediate family of a person with a disability. 1 member shall be either an elected or appointed official of the town. Its main purpose is to promote inclusion of people with disabilities in Hopkinton by advising municipal officials, public and private agencies, and other individuals in order to ensure compliance with federal, state, and local disability laws, particularly the Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA. Promote full integration of persons with disabilities into the community, providing information, referrals, and technical assistance to individuals, businesses, and organizations in all matters pertaining to disability issues, participating in a variety of forums and media events to develop public awareness of persons with disabilities and encourage compliance with the ADA.
Thank you. Any questions? Ken.
I'd like to make what I consider a friendly amendment to this motion. Here it is. I move to amend the motion in paragraph 5-32C to replace chairperson with chair, and in paragraph 5-33A by replacing chairperson with chair and vice chairperson with vice chair. The rationale for this amendment is that we spent a lot of time on Article 39 getting everyone to be a chair or a vice chair, and this would
set up somebody that's a little different. And I think that the goal of 39 was to treat everyone equally, and I think we should treat the people with disabilities equally also. So therefore, I put together this motion.
Okay. Okay, so thank you. Actually, Muriel, this is directed to the select board. Do you accept it as a friendly amendment?
I would say yes.
You should probably confer with the select board.
I looked down the way to see if everybody was kind of on board.
I abstain.
Okay. We're in.
Good, okay. So that has been accepted as a friendly amendment. Any other comments about this? Amy.
Madam Chair, this is about the article itself, not the amendment. Is that
That's
all right?
fine. Yep.
Just Amy Groves, 2 College Street. Just one quick question. I assume that some careful thinking has gone into this, and that I don't know what it is, but is there a reason why the town manager would be appointing this with the approval of the select board as opposed to just the select board appointing it, as we do with most of the other committees? Is there a reason for, probably?
It's part of the Mass General Law under which we're establishing the commission that it be appointed by the town manager.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments on Article 48? Okay, we need a simple majority. All in favor of Article 48, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, Article 48 passes unanimously. Article 49, amend the vote of town meeting registrar stipend.
Point of order. Do you need to say passed as amended?
Article 48 passed unanimously as amended. Thank you. Article 49, registrar stipend.
Hello again. So for this one, it's another one that kind of I noticed while looking at a couple of the accepted general laws that we have on file. And back in 1991, the town meeting accepted this statute to have a registrar stipend for the clerk's duties as a registrar. However, they capped it in 1991 at $600. This would just allow for the actual calculation built into the law to work, and we would do it with the regular budget system and just go through that process in order to set it with the oversight of appropriations and the select board.
Do you have to make a motion?
I move that we vote to amend the vote of the April 1991 special town meeting on Article 11 of said town meeting's warrant, adopting the provisions of Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 41, Section 19J, to retain the town's adoption of the provisions of said Section 19J, but to strike that portion from the vote setting the amount of such compensation for the town clerk as $600, and further that the compensation to the town clerk pursuant to said Section 19J shall hereafter be set at this and each successive town meeting in May in an amount not to exceed the limits said in Section 19J.
Second.
Thank you. This requires a simple majority. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Seeing no nays, Article 49 passes unanimously. Article 50, prudent investment legislation.
Select Board recommends the motion as written in the article, and I will explain it a little bit. Can you put the list up now, please? Okay, thank you. There's a list from the State House, that it's the only thing that we can invest in legal investment. It refers to securities, and it was made up a long, long time ago. I think I was still at the State House working there when the same list was used. So what this amendment does is petition the State House, petition the Commonwealth of Massachusetts to allow the town, there's only 22 things you can invest into, but to allow the town to make changes that will no longer restrict the town's investment to the list. Instead, the town will now have access to broader range of companies and town could invest in. The town treasurer will still be bound by the town investment management policies, including and not limited to the standard care, risk, tolerance, and diversification, and ethics, etc. Now, you might ask, how will this change protect the town from risky investments such as diverse activities? The treasurer will still be bound by the town's investment management policies and the state and federal regulations. So this is just simply to give us a few more choices outside of this old list. I know others are doing the same, and we're hoping that the State House will get it together and change the list a little bit so that we will have some ability to make some decisions on our own. Thank you.
Are there any questions? This vote requires a simple majority on Article 50. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed? Article 50 passes unanimously. Article 51, the tax increment financing agreement for Lichen Bioscience.
The Select Board moves the article as written, and Select Board recommends approval.
Appropriation Committee recommends approval.
And do you want me to give a brief introduction? Or
Sure, that'd be great.
Okay. So under Mass General Law, Chapter 40, Section 59.
Yes?
Well, did somebody make the motion?
Yes, Amy made the motion on behalf of the Select Board at the when she started talking.
Under Mass General Law, Chapter 40, Section 59, tax increment financing agreement is a local real estate property tax exemption negotiated and executed between a host municipality and an expanding or relocating company. If approved by town meeting and the state through the Economic Development Incentive Program, this agreement will grant a real and personal property tax exemption to Lichen Bioscience Holdings only on the incremental increase in the property value. Lichen Bioscience Holdings, located at 97 South Street, proposes to demolish 2 existing buildings at 105 and 107 South Street and construct an estimated 112,000 square foot manufacturing facility with 54,000 square foot parking area below. The project investment is estimated at $90 million. In addition, Lichen will add 125 new jobs. The Select Board recommends approval of the proposed TIF agreement. Lichen is making a significant investment that will increase the base tax rate of the property, create jobs, and revitalize an underutilized site. The town believes that this investment would not occur without the TIF incentive, and the benefits of this private investment outweigh the foregone taxes.
Thank you. I believe there was a handout available also when you came in. Does anyone have any questions about this article, Article 51?
Eric Sonnet, 60 Teresa Road. I stand here in support of this article. It's very seldom that companies with the accomplishments of Lichen come before a town meeting and literally tell the town, hey, we did so well that we're going to expand and your town is our headquarters. Lycan is a citizen of Hopkinton because this body approved a tax incremental fund for them, a TIF, 3 years ago. When you analyze what they do and how they do it, which I might add is a presentation made to the Board of Directors of the Hopkinton Chamber of Commerce, which, by the way, voted unanimously to support this TIF project. But when you look at this company and understand that it was founded in 2019, and when you ask what do they do that's so great, well, they develop and produce cell-based and immunotherapies for cancer. These are direct cell to the part of the cancer. I'm not sophisticated enough to understand it, only that they sell directly to hospitals and clinics and disregard an array of second and third class people feeding off the project. So they are a direct conduit to the people that treat basically cancer and other types of illnesses. When you look at what they've accomplished,
I'm going to have to ask you to wrap up.
I will in a few moments.
Please finish now.
And anyway, the company has earned 2 major awards in their first 2 years of operation.
Thank you.
The first award is...
Please have your seat.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't take 45 minutes like the other one.
Hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt Kisner, 21 Curtis Road. I want to stand in very quick support of this. We've talked quite a bit here over the now 3 nights about some of the revenue and growth challenges facing the town. And now here we are, somebody coming to us with open arms asking to do business with us. I hope you're ready.
Thank you.
Darlene Hayes, 1 3rd Road. I'd like to move the question.
So the question is, does there need to be any more discussion? All in favor of ending discussion, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? Okay. We need a simple majority to pass the Article 51, the Lichen Bioscience TIF. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? Article 51 passes unanimously. Article 52, pilot agreement, Wilson Street Solar Farm.
The Select Board moves the motion as written in the motions document. The Select Board recommends approval.
Appropriation Committee recommends approval.
Are there any questions?
Do you want me to read the description first?
Oh, sorry, yes, go ahead, Mary.
Okay. The pilot agreement is a document which details the payment in lieu of personal property taxes to the town hall that will be paid by the solar farm on Wilson Street over a 25-year period. Personal property is on the solar farm equipment and panels that has been installed. Solar farms typically request such a pilot agreement because it gives them and their investors certainty over time. Such agreements are not required, but they are common. The draft payment schedule establishes the value of the personal property each year, starting with $8.5 million in year 1, and deprecating annually to $2.5 million in year 25. In the first year of payments, they will pay $139,000 annually, and in year 25, they will pay $55,000. Payments begin in year 2 after they begin operation so that the town can capture the new growth in its tax base before the pilot payments begin. The agreement is structured so that it is anticipated that the town will not lose any revenue it would otherwise have collected during the pilot term. Let's see. Yep. Okay. And the agreement has been shared with town meeting.
Do you have a question?
Yes, Madam Moderator. Mary Arnott, 51 Teresa Road. I'm going back and forth on this, so I can't state a position whether I support it or not yet. I was wondering if you could tell me how the payment in lieu of taxes would compare to what they might pay in taxes for both property and personal property taxes, because wasn't the original agreement that they would pay the taxes and not have a payment in lieu of?
Go ahead.
Madam Moderator, the agreement is that they will make a payment that is equal to what the taxes would be. So will be no net loss in revenue to the town over the life of this agreement. Further, they have agreed that they will not seek an abatement of taxes on their property for the term of the agreement. So it's actually even a little better for us from a security standpoint than if they did not have this agreement. Apparently within the solar industry, there is some financing benefit to them to have this characterized as a payment in lieu of taxes rather than being subjected to taxes annually. And so it's their preference and their desire to have this arrangement. And this was carefully negotiated by the town manager's office and the chief assessor to ensure that there would be no net loss of money to the town. And I'm open to correction by the chief assessor who is with us, but I believe that's correct.
Through the moderator, thank you, Tim. That's a great explanation. So is there any benefit then to propose an amendment that says a sum of monies per year not to be less than what would have been assessed taxes, or is the agreement sort of already documented and then they're just waiting for our approval of it?
Great question. The agreement already includes that language.
The agreement does. Okay, thank you both.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, James Geschweiler, 18 Morse Lane. I'm in favor of the article. Some people may be saying, well, wait, if this is the same, why would you be doing it at all? Renewable energy is getting exemptions right, left, and center in the state. The town of Wareham was just on the wrong side of a recent finding of the state. So if you want outsiders to be paying money with certainty and not have it fluctuate, this is a great deal for you. Typically both the towns, and that's why the town supports it, but also the energy developers, because that's a correct statement that the banks and the financiers want certainty. Most developers are getting exemptions, so many are going to zero. This locks it in a contract, and you're getting outsiders to pay for all the stuff that went before this. Thanks.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments? This vote requires a simple majority. We are voting on Article 52, the pilot agreement, Wilson Street Solar Farm. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed? Seeing there are no opposed, Article 52 passes unanimously. Article 53.
So Article 53 is the trustees of the school fund in the town of Hopkinton. And this is an unusual committee it's a very old committee, and it's been appointed, it gets appointed by town meeting, unlike most of our committees get appointed by the select board. But we received some new information recently after the article was put into the warrant. We thought, because it's such an unusual committee, we thought there was a vacancy on the committee because of the list on the website. One of the people had moved out of town. But then we heard back from the committee yesterday that there is actually already a 7th person on the committee who was not listed on the website correctly. So there was some confusion. They actually have 7 members, which is their maximum number of members, so we do not have any vacancies to fill tonight. So I guess I would make a motion for no action.
Okay, so no action, simple majority, right? So we require a simple majority to take no action. Your yay vote is to say that we are taking no action. Article 53, trustees of the school fund. All in favor of taking no action, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? Seeing no opposed, we will take no action on Article 53. With that, town meeting of 2022. I move. Can I move it? Motion. Oh, I will accept a motion to dissolve town meeting 2022.
So moved.
Wait, until the town election, right?
Oh, until the town election? And
Until
the
the
town
town
election is May 16th?
May 16th at the middle school.
Did someone second? Okay, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Thank you, everybody, especially for tonight.
We did it.
Yeah.